AstroLens, Lesson 2, The Divine Origins of Jyotish, the Light of the Rishis. Imagine the ancient dawn, when silence itself breathed through the universe, and the first rays of light fell upon the sacred lands of Bharat. There the Rishis sat, silent, radiant, listening to the pulse of the cosmos. They did not merely observe the stars, they entered into dialogue with them. From that divine communion was born Jyotish, the science of light. For the Rishis, the sky was a scripture, the constellations were its syllables, and light its sacred ink. They saw that every motion in the heavens reflected a movement within man. Surya was not just fire, he was Atma, the soul of life. Chandra was not mere reflection, she was Man, the mind that dreams, feels, and flows. Mangal gave energy and valor, Buddha gave intellect and speech, Guru gave wisdom and grace, Shukra gave love and harmony, and Shani tested with karma and discipline. But the Rishis saw something subtler, two forces unseen yet undeniable, the shadows of destiny, Rahu and Ketu. In Western astronomy, what cannot be seen is often dismissed, but in the Vedic vision, what cannot be seen may be the most powerful. Rahu and Ketu are not physical planets, they are Chaya Greh, shadow forces. They mark the points where the paths of the sun and moon intersect, the nodes of eclipse. Where light and shadow meet, their destiny is rewritten. Rahu is desire, obsession, ambition, illusion, the hunger for worldly experience. Ketu is the opposite current, detachment, moksha, spiritual release, the wisdom born after desire has burnt itself out. Together they represent the two ends of karma, experience, and transcendence. Without Rahu and Ketu, astrology is incomplete, for they define why we fall and how we rise. The limitations of Western astrology. Western astrology, though elegant, remained bound to what could be seen. It observed planets but ignored the invisible forces. It followed the sun and placed identity only in sun signs, reducing billions of souls to 12 general categories. In Vedic vision, every birth is unique to the minute, for the moon, the lagna, and the nakshatra change constantly, shaping each soul distinctly. Western systems lack the Dasha framework, the timing of karma, and so cannot tell when a promise will manifest. They also ignore the Varga Kundali, the divisional charts, that reveal the deeper layers of destiny. Thus, while Western astrology interprets psychology through the sun, Vedic Jyotish maps the entire journey of the soul through time, karma, and liberation. The Rishis also divided the sky not merely into 12 Rashiam, but into 27 Nakshatra lunar mansions, the heartbeat of Jyotish. Each nakshatra is a field of consciousness, a microcosm of divine energy. They are not abstract constellations, they are living archetypes of Vedic deities. For example, Ashwini, ruled by the twin healers, symbol of speed and renewal. Bharani, ruled by Yam, signifying duty and transformation. Kritika, the flames of Agni, purifying and cutting through illusion. Rohini, beauty and fertility of Brahma. Mrigashirsh, the seeker's star thirsting for truth. Each nakshatra vibrates with its own power, defining our temperament, our emotions, our destiny. That is why Vedic astrology reads through the moon, not the sun. The moon travels through these 27 nakshatras every month, tuning human consciousness to the cosmic rhythm. This lunar focus, this emotional intelligence, is uniquely Vedic. Now comes one of the most profound gifts of Jyotish, the Dasha System, the unfolding of life in time. The Rishis understood that karma does not unfold all at once. It ripens in cycles ruled by the grahas themselves. The most revered is the Vinshotri Dasha, a span of 120 years, symbolizing a complete human lifespan. Each graha rules a certain number of years: Surya 6, Chandra 10, Mangal 7, Buddha 17, Guru 16, Shukra 20, Shani 19, Rahu 18, Ketu 7. As these periods unfold, they bring to fruition the seeds of past karma. Western astrology speaks of transits, but Vedic Jyotish reveals the divine timing of those transits through Dasha, a clock that ticks on the soul's rhythm. Every birth chart is thus a living symphony of these cycles. Rahu Dasha may drive ambition and foreign ventures. Ketu Dasha may dissolve attachments and awaken moksha. Shani Dasha tests endurance and truth. Guru Dasha brings expansion and grace. Each Dasha is not an event, it is a lesson, each Grah a teacher. The genius of Jyotish goes further through the Varga charts, or D charts, each a refined lens of destiny. The main chart, D1 Janma Kundali, shows physical life. D9 Navansh reveals the soul path and marriage karma. D10 Dashansh depicts career and social karma. D-7 Saptamansh shows children and creativity. D12 Dwadashansh unfolds ancestral inheritance and subtle lineage of the soul. These charts allow the seer to look through many windows of fate, not only what happens, but why. This multi-layered approach exists nowhere else in the world. It is purely Vedic and sacredly mathematical at once. Thus, Jyotish stands not as superstition, but as a complete spiritual science, born of the Vedas, refined by the Rishis, and revealed for the evolution of man. It is not about control, but understanding, seeing the order behind the unfolding. The same forces that move the planets move within you. When you understand your chart, you see the harmony between your karma and the cosmos. This is Jyotish, the light that reveals the self. The sacred meaning of Jyotish equals Jyoti plus Ish. The very word Jyotish is formed from two roots, Jyoti meaning light, illumination, radiance, and Ish meaning the divine Lord, the governing intelligence of the universe. When joined together, Jyotish means the light of the divine, the illumination through which Ish is known. It is not only the light we see in the heavens, but the light of awareness within us that makes seeing possible. The Rishis taught that the same light which shines from Surya is the light of consciousness shining in the heart. When we read the sky, we are actually reading the language of Ish written in Jyoti, light as divine speech. Hence, Jyotish is not just astronomy or prediction, it is the union of illumination and divinity, light revealing the Lord. Jyoti is awareness, Ish is order. Together they form the spiritual science that shows how divine intelligence governs through light. This is why the Upanishads say, Na tatra suryo bhati na chandratarkam, not even the sun or moon shine there, for his light alone makes them shine. To study Jyotish is to see God through light and light through God, to realize that the outer sky and the inner soul are reflections of the same conscious luminosity. So when you gaze at the night sky, remember, you are not looking at the universe, you are looking into it, and it is looking back at you. The stars above are your own memories shining from within. Every spark is a reminder that you too are made of light. This is Jyotish, the bridge between heaven and human, the living light of the Rishis that still guides every seeker. As you walk through these lessons of AstroLens, that light will grow brighter inside you, revealing not only the stars you study, but the star you are. Like, share, and subscribe to AstroLens with Mukul Trehan, so together we keep the Jyoti alive in every soul that listens. If this journey touched your heart, let the light spread.